from your putback off of Jaren's miss about 3 minutes into the third quarter, and how much of a momentum shifter was that whole play?
It was a great momentum shift. I don't usually rebound that well, but tonight I was trying to do a little bit more, and those second chance points are backbreakers, and it just raised the level of our group, and we just always tell each other, if something goes wrong, never put your head down, just stay focused into the game, and stuff will happen, and we made countless plays down the line, and we knew that that's a great group of a great group of team over there in Utah. They're never going to give up, and we got to find a way to replicate our game every single time we play these guys. So,
Drew Hill. Dillon, how much do you enjoy getting to play spoiler on the road in front of a crowd? It felt like the Utah crowd didn't want to be your best friend tonight.
It's the best feeling. Just fans, talking ish to you. It just fires me up. Players, talking ish, feeling like they're feeling nice. And, I love that. That's my game. The physicality, I was born into that. Just seeing all the fans come out, just normalizing, the game of basketball. It's just amazing to see, and that's what I was happy for. Coming from the beginning of the year and seeing no fans, and then, slowly seeing fans and in the arena, especially here, they had a sellout crowd. So it's just a special feeling, and it shows that we're taking steps to normalcy.
Last question, Evan Barnes.
Dillon, for you guys, obviously this was a new experience for everyone, and you kind of mentioned, do a little bit more. How much of that kind of came from maybe what you learned from guys like Mike and Mark, who have been through the playoff wars a little bit?
It came a little bit from them. When we were going downhill, there was no talk about the playoffs. I just felt like, it's just another game. I gotta attack it the same way. No ups, no downs. Just attack the same way that I've been attacking. The playing games and the rest of the games up to today's game, and I'm trying to keep my composure. Just know my spots. Know how they play defense. Know where my guys are gonna be at, and just give my total energy into the game. And tonight they were falling, and I'm just going to try to replicate the same game, each and every night.
Thanks, Dillon.
Mike Conley's taken on his former Grizzlies as a member of the Jazz. He had 22 points and 11 assists tonight.
Mike, at what point did you find out that Donovan wasn't going to be playing tonight? And, how does that change things for you when, seemingly you thought all week that he was going to be able to go?
I probably found out about 4 o'clock today before the game. Obviously, that's tough on our team when we're expecting a guy like that back. But we've played this season with guys in and out the lineup, all year. So that's no excuse on how we go out there and perform on a nightly basis. But definitely a game changer when, a guy of his caliber is not able to play.
Next question, Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Mike, even when you guys were, leading the game early, thanks to defense in the second quarter, you still were having trouble making threes, still were turning the ball over. What was Memphis doing that was kind of taking you guys out of your rhythm, kind of impacting the execution tonight?
They're a very physical team. Obviously, they lead the league in creating turnovers, and that's because they got some defenders that really get up into you and force you into tough decisions. And I think we just let that kind of get the best of us, especially at the end of the second, early third, where they started making their runs. So they wanted it. They went out and they really worked for this one, and we have to match that energy and be more poised on the offensive end, defensively. Keep fighting, but they're a team that's going to try to create havoc, and when we did, in those possessions, when we did keep our feet and stay on the ground and use a ball fake or two, we got open looks, and that was just a matter of us making them or not.
Matt Coles, AP.
Besides their physicality, it looked like there was a lot of pushing and holding, and I even saw a headbutt in there. Did any of that throw off your execution?
Me personally, no. That's just playoff basketball, but it also is, it's distractions that we don't necessarily need to get involved in. We're a team that we pride ourselves in just being a well-oiled machine that is going to run regardless of the situation. And when teams get physical, we get physical back, and we just continue to run our offense and play our defense and keep it moving. But we cannot let that kind of stuff kind of muddy up the game, because they're a team, like I said, they're gonna throw everything at you, and that's another way that they try to dictate how we play.
Tim McMahon, ESPN.com.
You've got a unique perspective on Dillon Brooks, having played with him for a couple of years. What did you think of his performance tonight? And speaking of some of those antics you were just talking about, how much of a pain in the ass is he?
Man, Dillon's obviously plays with a lot of passion. That's the word I use, and you either like it, you either like it or you don't. When you're his teammate, you love it. When you play against him, you hate it. But he was unreal tonight. Basically was unguardable there for a few quarters where he was making everything. So obviously, it's game one, and he performed very well. We'll have to adjust some things next game, and just try to slow him down.
Corey Harrison, Out of Bounds.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
All right.
So what was your mindset and emotions going into the game, being a former franchise cornerstone for the Memphis franchise for so many years?
Honestly, it was just it was exciting. It's very exciting to be playing against Memphis. Obviously with all the memories and playoff experiences that I've been a part of with that team. There's a lot that goes into it, but at the same time, I'm just like, hey, this is my job. This is, they're a team that's, in the way of what I'm trying to ultimately get to, and that's a championship. So I got to do whatever I can to try to beat them. And, we can shake hands and, dap up after